We've been having a debate in the office. What is better, my 600 horsepower G87 M2 or
my 750 brake horsepower G82 M4 xDrive?
the naughty tattoo, look at that.
I feel like a bellend now, don't I?
So for those of you that follow the channel, you'll be really familiar with this car, but for those of you who don't, let's run through the specs. This is 600 horsepower with an Venturi intake, a full Miltech OPF back exhaust, sitting on Cobra height adjustable suspension with some HRE flow form wheels. And to finish it off, sat here in a metallic blue wrap by Tech Wrap, along with the TR87 carbon fibre body kit. Looks absolutely amazing and probably one of the most aggressive M cars to date.
And behind me is my G82 M4 xDrive, 750 brake horsepower, tuned by Evolve, XHP gearbox map, stage 3, along with a whole host of styling modifications. As you can see, it's got the West Forge wheels, Cobra height adjustable suspension, and this was actually Europe's first Adro body kit. Venturi intakes, full titanium exhaust system by Boost Logics, along with some decat downpipes. The list can carry on and on and on. £48,000 in modifications on this baby.
So whilst we're talking about these cars and we've got them side by side, we might as well compare them like for like. And I think the similarities are, there's quite a few. Both got carbon ducts, both got carbon grills, carbon splitter.
Both got wheels.
Both got wheels. I would say that the front end on this, I mean, it's better, isn't it? The headlights are better.
It's more aggressive.
Yeah, I will concede that because I'm a big fan of the Adro. But I think in terms of wheels, mate, it ain't even a competition.
Really? Yours used to look lovely until you painted them black.
Look, silver was nice, but on the blue car, they clashed a little bit. I'm a man for silver wheels, and we probably will go back to that. But I just think these look like they were designed by a 5-year-old.
I don't know how you just said these are designed by a 5-year-old when I designed these myself, mate.
Well, where's the centre caps gone?
They're in Switzerland. So you can tell that mine is an actual M car because it's literally got a fender trim here that says M4. The G87 hasn't got that.
Yeah, but let me stop you there. It's just like a fake vent.
It looks cool though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but come on, man. This is the businessman's, this is the IT guy who's made it rich and he's gone and bought an M car.
I don't know what IT man you've been speaking to, Jack.
So now we're going to compare arses.
Who's got the better arse then?
So mine's quite, oh, we're talking about cars.
So here is my M4's arse.
And here's mine.
So as you can see, I'm running the Adro Swan Neck rear wing, along with the CSL rear lights. Probably the best rear lights that you can actually get. Mine are non-genuine, but we'll not go on to that. Down here, we've also got the Adro rear diffuser with the Boost Logics exhaust.
Now, on the back of my car, starting at the top, you've got the TRE wing, which was designed by yours truly, which means it's the best wing on the market, bar none. We've got the AUTOID plate. I know that's not a mod, but I'm super happy with this plate, and I think it looks sick on this car. We've also then got down here the TRE rear winglets, and on the back here, this is a performance style TRE diffuser. We've actually got our own design that's coming along soon. So I'm not going to argue that this is the best diffuser because the best is yet to come. But at the bottom here, we then have the Miltech exhaust as well. This time we're running the titanium tips. Overall, I think this car is very successful around the back, especially because of how wide those arches are. I think the M4, read about arches in a book one time, was like, I'm going to put them on the side of my car where this has some big fat boy
So I'm
juice.
just going to cut you off there. What is this, Jack? How can you be dissing the M4 when you have literally got SpongeBob SquarePants rear bumper?
No, but look, it's because you're looking at it from that angle, you know what I mean? Like if you come straight back, that angle there, perfect. This, look, all right.
Yeah, but you've got to get certain angles. Mine looks good at any angle.
No, because if you look here, like it's just slab, bro, you've got no arches, it's like a slab. Davis, you've done an amazing job with your Adro wing, no disrespect, but come on, man. Made for this car.
Do you want to know a little bit of the styling history from this? He's talking about it being an M car and everything like that. He said to me in the office, he was like, I love the wing from the Audi TT Audi Sport Kit. I'm going to make that for the M.
No.
So you're actually cheating.
It was the TT RS, not the Sport Kit, all right?
Yep.
So it was an RS product. We like Audis, don't we? No.
We're only like one Audi.
Sure. But I think it just looks successful. It looks successful.
It is successful, I will give you that.
Yeah, I think it suits the car. It suits the attitude.
It looks a lot better than it did stock, that's for sure.
100%.
So I'll just pop my bonnet up. Apart from the Venturi intake, which is a lovely bit of kit, and the golden wrench sort of caps, it's probably a little bit disappointing underneath this, isn't it?
It's a bit like a 220D, mate. Would you even know it's an M car?
Oh, go on, show us.
M power.
Show us yours then. Well, I feel like a bellend now, don't I? Right, enough talking now, Jack. Let's swap keys, go for a drive.
Let's do it. Now look, I heard a little secret that over 90% of you are still not subscribed to this channel. Please do me a favour and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and make sure you do not miss another one of these videos, because they're going to be a lot more fun going forward, and we've got some amazing stuff coming in the next few weeks. Cannot wait to share it with you.
And me and Jack have just swapped cars. I'm now in his G87 M2 and he's now in my G82 M4. And let's see what this is all about. We're going to go through a few different points. Let's go.
Right, so I've just jumped in Nathan's car, and it's been a while since I've been in this car, so I'm excited to sort of see now the differences. I've put a lot of miles on the G87 compared to this, so yeah, let's get underway and see what we think. Interior is the thing that strikes me the most. Jack set his seat up like a bit of an idiot, so I've just had to lean it forward because he has it leaned back all the way. You'd think it'd be the other way around, but I actually have a seating position which is leant forward a little bit. ID8 is a lovely, nice big screen. Jack's also put this IPPS matte PPF on the screen, and it looks matte, so there's no reflection at all on the screen, which is really nice. Apart from the big screen and all the buttons being on the touchscreen, there's not a lot of difference in interior. I've obviously got the Alcantara wheel and some magnetic paddles, which make the interior a little bit nicer when you're going through the gears and stuff like that. But seats feel basically the same. I think mine are ever so slightly comfier than what his are. These feel a little bit more rigid, but it might be how he set the lumbar support up and stuff like that. Comparing it to my G87 M2, the difference in terms of the interior is basically night and day. Initially when I got the M2, I wasn't massively impressed by the ID8, especially the big screen. I just wasn't convinced that that was going to be the way to go. It didn't really feel like a sports car to me at that stage, but I think now, having lived with it, moving into this car, you can really sort of see it starting to date a little bit. This sort of iDrive up here just feels a little bit 2016, 2017, which, you know, may not necessarily be a bad thing for everyone, but you do notice it. I mean, otherwise though, obviously steering wheel's exactly the same. In fact, this one's got the TRE Alcantara wheel, and this is a really, really nice change. I can't wait to get an Alcantara wheel in my car. Some other little noticeable differences that Nathan's done to this is the magnetic paddles, and I don't know if you can hear that, but really, really audible, and just like the feel in terms of your hand, they're kind of very engaging. And one of the other things to note in terms of the interior is how well the M2 stands up against the M4. You got to think that car list price is about 15-20 grand less than this. If you've got the standard interior pack, which this car does, you know, the plastics are all pretty much the same as well. So yeah, I think that's a bit of a win for the M2 in this regard. The next thing to mention is the steering in the G87 M2. Believe it or not, there's actually quite a big difference. Got a little corner here. Come out. This feels ever so slightly heavier, but there's actually less feeling within the steering. And I don't know whether that's because my car has had the CSL maps tuned into it, so it drives how a CSL would in terms of steering. One thing I will say quickly though is, even though this G87 M2 is lighter than the G82 M4, it feels heavier on a back road, and I think that's because of the steering. I would probably say in terms of like boatiness and body roll, they're about the same. When I got in the car straight away, I think the steering setup on this is a little bit lighter than the M2's factory. Like comfort to comfort, this feels lighter, but the other thing to note is that this car is running the CSL Flash. So just from my immediate drive in here, the dead spot that I have in that car in the steering is just gone. Like the steering is now very direct, like super direct. The comfort that I'm in at the moment, there's no play in the steering whatsoever. Where it's got a pair of drive shafts going into the front wheels, because it's the xDrive version, it doesn't quite have the same steering feel that car has, even though that car doesn't have the CSL tune. So that does make me excited to get that CSL Flash, but I think just back to back, even still, that car has a bit more steering feel through it. There's just a bit more communication coming through the steering wheel. That would be my perspective, although I might be biased, and Nathan right now might be saying the opposite. So I'm interested to hear what he says about that. Heavier, not so much feel. Prefer mine. So let's talk about comfort and the actual ride of the G87 M2. So I'll be honest, it's basically the same. I'd say the G87 M2 is ever so slightly bumpier. We're sitting in Eco at the moment, comfort as it were, and it's a normal car to drive when it's in this mode. And then you step it into M2, it tightens up the dampers, and straight
straight away you can feel a lot more bumps and everything in the road.
I think this basically feels the same. We're also running the same tyres, so in terms of like for like comparisons, it's probably as close as you can get. And I would say that if I closed my eyes and kept driving, I would say that these feel exactly the same.
But I will mention one big difference. On the M4, I'm running a full Boost Logix titanium exhaust catback, along with catless downpipes, and it is noisy, even when you're in comfort mode.
This car constantly, you put your foot down, and it's so loud. I would say that probably knocks down the comfort points for me a little bit.
Comfort mode in the G87 M2 that I'm in at the moment, you can't hear it. It feels like a completely normal car, whereas in my car in comfort mode, you can still hear there is a noisy exhaust on the back of it. So I would say that the G87 M2 unfortunately wins in terms of comfort.
So the thing you really care about, power and traction. Oh my god.
Oh, Jack's just shot off. This is down on power massively compared to what the M4 is. This is 570 brake horsepower, but a fully rear-wheel drive car. So when it comes to traction, I expect this is going to be a little bit more of a handful than the M4. And it is, yeah, we're putting no power down at all at the moment.
Yeah, it's quick. It's very, very quick. I mean, it's not a surprise, is it? Let's be honest. And it is so loud. I'm not used to driving an S58 that is that loud and this fast.
If you modulate the throttle in sort of second, third gear, you can make... Jesus Christ, that M4 is loud. You can modulate the throttle, okay, to make it grip up. With traction, not too bad. It's a fairly damp day.
Yeah. It's so fast, this car, honestly. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Unbelievable.
It's got a nice power delivery, I must say. The power delivery on this is a lot more linear than what it is on the M4, and I think that's obviously the way that Aaron Reeve has done the tuning box on this to make the power come in very smoothly. Being a rear-wheel drive car, you can modulate the throttle to make it grip. I've got DSC off at the moment, and my foot was almost flat down in second gear just then. And I must say, I do enjoy the power getting driven by the back wheels, because it keeps you on the edge of the seat a little bit more. Obviously in the M4 I can switch it to rear-wheel drive only, but if you switch the M4 to rear-wheel drive only, traction off, it is a death trap. Whereas this, at this power level of 570 brake horsepower around where it is now, it seems like it's at a perfect number.
Yeah, hats off to Nathan. I think probably the M4 is going to win in this department, because in terms of just like a bit of a B-road, go out, take the missus out and scare the life out of her, this is definitely going to do that.
I can't even hear this car over the sound of my car. This has got a Miltech OBF back system, and it's a very OEM plus upgrade. As you can see, as you can hear from my car in front with the windows up, that the M4 is not OEM plus. The M4 is extremely loud, and it gives you a lot more driving feel. That wow factor is there within that car, and I don't really get that from this, but I am spoiled because I've got used to driving a 750 brake horsepower M4. Once you get this up into the higher gears, third and fourth gear, it feels like a completely different car. I don't know whether this car's torque limited or anything in the lower gears, but once you start stepping up that speed a little bit, it feels like a completely different car.
Mate, that drive through Harlow, that was unreal, wasn't it?
Honestly, the roads around Harlow are insane. If you haven't been here before, make sure you check it out.
We're at our target market, Halfords.
Outside Alfords with a faded sign.
We're going to see what the public think of our cars, because obviously we're quite biased. You know,
Yeah.
I prefer this, you prefer that.
So this is the first member of the public getting an opinion on it. So what's your name, mate?
I'm Chris.
Right, I'm going to ask you a quick question. What car, looks-wise, do you prefer and why?
I prefer the M4, black M4.
the M4?
Yeah. But the M2's nice, so I'm not going to lie. Fucking, it's beautiful. Both of them are.
Thank you very much, Chris.
No worries, mate.
Nice to
Have a
meet
good
you.
day.
So far it's 1-0, isn't it, Jack?
1-0, it is 1-0.
I've just spotted an F22 M2 owner pulling it over there. I'm going to go grab him right now.
Run, run, run.
Hello, mate. Oh, hello. Hello. Hello, mate.
My name's Luke from Arlo. I probably prefer the M2 just because they're a bit more lightweight and a better driving chassis.
That's it, mate, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I've just spotted this proper naughty tattoo. Look at that.
Man, fair play for that, mate. Fair play.
And that's why I picked the driver's car, like I said. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you, fella. Take care.
At this point, my mic cut out, unfortunately, but this bloke said that he preferred the M4. He also then went on to mention that he looked like Bruce Wayne.
And my name's Chris.
Chris, lovely to meet you. Out of the two cars, what one do you prefer and why? Oh, sorry. So take two with Chris. Chris, what do we think? What is your favourite car and why?
I think I'd go for the blue one. And I think the reason, I just like the colour.
There you go. That's it. That's good enough for me. Appreciate it. Enjoy your day. So we're going to move spot now because Halfords is a little bit empty at the minute. Maybe, you know, they've not got sale on or something. So we're going to go to McDonald's and we're going to go and see what the guys at McDonald's think, because you know that everyone that's interested in cars goes
to
McDonald's car park.
And it's 2-2. So we've now moved location. We are at McDonald's. Let's find some more people. What's your name, mate?
Yeah, Len Crouch.
Len Crouch. What car out of these two would you go for and why?
Well, I think I'll go for the metallic, the dark one, the black one. It's an unusual finish, which I like. I've got a blue car at the moment, and it'll just be something nice change.
Good opinion, mate. Good choice. Nice to meet you. Thank you for that.
Mate, what is your name?
Hi mate, I'm Gaz.
Gaz, nice to meet you, mate. What car do you prefer and why?
I would say the black, opinion, personal preference, looks meaner, just a really beautiful car. They're both really nice cars.
But the black,
out of the two, the
black
black
is the vote.
It sold it for me, yeah.
Fair enough. All right, mate. Thank you so much.
bro.
Appreciate
No
it.
worries.
Cheers, fella. Take care.
Nice to meet you.
That's another one to the black.
So we just got these two lovely women. Sorry, what's your names first? What's your
My
name?
name's Marie.
Marie.
Kaylee.
Kaylee. Which one out of these two do you prefer and why?
I prefer the blue one because I like the front grille.
Fair play, that's a good point. What about you?
I prefer the black one because it's matte and it's got yellow lights.
Fair play. Thank you very much,
You're so welcome.
ladies.
Pretty sure Nathan's won that. If you can ping the numbers up on the screen, Nathan, tell us what the scores and the doors were. But yeah, that's quite fun, wasn't it?
It was a great fun day, but I've got something big to break to everyone. This car here isn't my car no more.
What?
It is now owned by Exclusive Competitions, and you can win this car for £2.95. We'll put a link in the bio. It's getting raffled off. So I've just argued with you for ages for no reason.
That was completely pointless.
It was completely pointless, basically, because it's not my car no more.
well,
but I
I
still
mean-
prefer it.
At least you know if you win it, the general public are going to prefer your car.
That's it,
They're
yeah.
wrong, but
That's
you know,
it.
it is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. It's good fun making it. If you do have any comments, drop them down in the comment section below. Please do subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we will see you in the next video.